Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Hearthstone. So today, before we begin our video, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you find Hearthstone too expensive? Well, have I got the great answer for you. Let's check out my old reliable Zoolock deck. With the introduction of newer cards such as Keleseth and Patches, what defines Zoolock is now expensive cards and no longer cheap and effective cards like what it used to be. So let's look at our old Zoolock deck. In this deck, our most expensive cards are rares. This makes this deck very playable, especially for beginners and some of the older viewers as well, who don't necessarily want to craft legendaries which are rotating out soon, such as Patches. So let's take a look at this deck. This deck focuses on cheap and effective minions. Cheap as in the sense of commons and rares, right? Not expensive epic minions or legendary minions that you have to spend a lot of dust on it. So let's check out this deck. First of all, we have Forbidden Ritual. It is a old favorite of Zoolock's. It's a very flexible card. It can be 7 mana 7/7, 6 mana 6/6, 1 mana 1/1. It's a very flexible card. Firefly. Firefly, it's a card that can be counted as 2 cards, which is really good for blocking stuff like your Knife Juggler as well as your Darkshire Counterman. So you can play as 1 card, you can play as 2 cards. It's also a very flexible card. Next we have Flame Imp. So Flame Imp is another old favorite of Zoolock, which is no longer seen in the new Zoolock, I believe. So it's a really effective 1 mana 3/2. Usually 1 manas are costed at 2/2, but then this stat line is at 3/2. The only downside is that it deals 3 damage to your face, which isn't actually very significant in the early stages of the game. Next we have the Cobalt Librarian. It's also a very effective minion. 1 mana 2/1, draw a card, deal 2 damage to your face. The 2 damage is also negligible in the early stages of the game. Next is Possessed Villager, also an old favorite of Zoolock. 1 mana 2 minions. It's the same concept as Firefly, except that it costs 1 instead of 2, and it's 1/1, not 1/2s. Next we have Void Walker, also what's to be found in the old Zoolocks. Defile is our backup AoE, right? We can play minions of the appropriate health in order to defile properly. Next we have Knife Juggler. Because the focus of Zoo is to flood your board with cheap and effective minions, so Knife Juggler is going to be very useful here. The Vulgar Homunculus is one of the new minions. 2 mana 2/4, very effective. We'll put it into our deck. Darkshire Counterman. It synergizes with the board flooding. Whenever you summon a minion, it gets more and more powerful over time. Now the Lone Champion. Yeah, it's a great early gameplay, but then my main concern here is that if we even have 1 minion, this card is going to be next to useless. So I'm thinking of cutting this card actually, but let's try it out in this Zoolock deck. Next we have Defender of Argus. It not only gives our minions +1/+1 for them to survive longer, it also gives them Taunt, and it's overall just a really good card. The Hook Reaver is Warlock's version of a 4 mana 7/7, and remember when Shaman's 4 mana 7/7 came out, it's an insane card. So we'll put this in. If it works for Shaman, it should work for Warlock as well, especially in a value-oriented Warlock deck. Next is the Lesser Spellstone. I still don't know how to pronounce the middle word. So we have a lot of self-damaging cards in this deck, right? Flame Imp, Cobalt Librarian, Vulgar Homunculus, all that stuff. So why not make use of it? Put in Spellstones. These 2 expansions actually saw the birth of really cheap, as in common, but really effective minions that are both played. So put both of them here in the form of Cobalt Skillbane as well as Bone Mare. So these 2 are common cards and they are cheap to craft if you don't have them, and they are also really effective, and they're actually seen across a variety of decks. So I'm thinking of cutting one of the spell stones. Yeah, cause now that I think about it, we don't actually have that many self-damaging cards. And we'll put in a Forbidden Ritual. Actually, come to think of it, maybe not Forbidden Ritual. Let's go bigger with the one of the new cards. What is it called? Let's search over here. Yep, this is the Violet Worm. This card trades flexibility for value, so you have to play this on 8, but it gives you 14 mana worth of stats. So let's try out the inflexible version of the Forbidden Ritual here. So without further ado, let us begin our first match. We'll throw away the Spellstone because we don't actually have self-damaging cards in our hand. But then that's a pretty terrible outcome as well. It's fine though. We have a 2 mana 2/4 that's pretty hard to deal with on turn 2. Looks like a Jade deck. So you really want to end this early. We don't want to progress into the late game. Let's go ahead and tap first. Ooh, yeah, see, this is also what I was talking about. If you actually have minions on the board, this card becomes useless. Oh, that's a good outcome though. Because we preserve the 2/1 while killing that 3/3. He roughs it though, but that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and play our skill bean right here. So wait, we can't Bone Mare yet. I think we'll tap first. We'll play the Councilman as well as the Imp, I think. Ooh, that's not a good outcome. Let's see here. I think we trade everything into his face because we really want that game to end early. We don't want to drag it. We absolutely don't want to drag it into the later stages of the game. Plus, I think our board will stick around because of the large number of minions that we have. Naturalize. Alright, he's getting desperate here. Arcane Giant and Earthen Scales. Ooh, the Earthen Scales is not going to be good here. So go ahead and play our Fireflies. Buff the 2/5 up. Ooh, we should have drawn first, but that's fine. Whoa, the Knife Juggler really likes that Arcane Giant, huh? Now my question is whether we should hit his face. I think we should. Yep, that seems like a good move. Ooh. Whoa. That's not good. We can create a 3-drop. Yep, let's just go ahead and let's see here. Yeah, let's just do this. Then we hit this in. And then we defile. And we play this. Perhaps we tap. And we play this. Okay. And next time we probably play the Hook Reaver or something. Make use of our low health. Or maybe even Bone Man to finishing him off. That's surprising, he chose to shuffle instead of play the Jade immediately. So let's see, we have 6 damage. So play this. Perhaps we tap. No, we can't tap. Alright, let's do this. And I think we hit the face. Alright, we won. So we defeated Jade Druid, which is sort of a tier 2, tier 3 deck. I mean, I don't think his version was the tier 2 version. But then, still, it shows that this deck is still sort of viable. But then we still have to see the overall win rate in order to determine whether this deck is good or not. We'll go ahead and throw away the Violet Worm. Alright, this is not a bad start. We just want early game minions to sustain the board. This looks like a Kingsbane Rogue. That's pretty interesting. So go ahead and play this. Then we'll coin into the Void Walker. We'll play the Librarian to draw a card first. Oh, that's not a good card draw. It's fine. We do draw the Hook River though, which will be very helpful because we're approaching 15 health. Now we'll go ahead and buff these two targets up. Yep. And we'll hit everything into their face. We just want to rush him down. Because if I'm not wrong, the Kingsbane Rogue doesn't have any reliable way to heal herself. Oh wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. Okay, so it looks like we'll play our things again. Play this. Play this. Then I guess we'll tap. Or should we play the Forbidden Ritual? Yeah, let's just play that. We want to fill the board with minions as much as possible. Ooh, it's a good thing we didn't actually draw cards over there, or we have burned some cards. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Shadow Step, alright. Looks like it's just gonna be milling our cards, which I guess I'm fine with. I'm not too particularly concerned about burning my own cards. We'll play this, I guess. Then we'll play the... I think we should buff something up first. We'll buff these two guys. Oh, we could have drawn this card sooner though. It would have been really helpful. Ooh. That's a 7 health lifesteal over there. Hopefully she doesn't have another shiny finder. Oh. Never mind. It's a 1 mana 7/3 lifesteal. Alright. Gonna get rid of our Knife Juggler here. And he's just gonna die because our hand's too full. Okay. So go ahead and play this first. Now we'll buff it up with our other cards. Let's see here. I think we'll trade this in first. And then we'll buff up the 1/5. So as long as she doesn't remove our 2/2, we should be able to hit our Council Minion to her face. It's a rogue secret. I'm not actually too familiar with the secrets. So let's try just hitting it in. I know there's one that grants you immunity upon being attacked or something. Yep, okay. So we'll go ahead and I guess we'll protect these two guys. Then we'll go ahead and play our 7/7. Shift, okay. Does she have Vanish or something? If she has Vanish, we lost. There's just no way around it. Ooh, Doomerang, okay. Does she get another hit? Yeah, she does, which is bad. So we'll play the Homunculus. Then we really have to start buffing our minions. Sap, okay. Yeah, it's a huge target, so it is wise to sap it. It's not gonna be a very big admin, but it's fine. Wait, do we have lethal? Let's see here. We have 5, 7, 8, 12, 13 damage on the board. This gives us a +4/+4. So we have 17. That was short of 1. We're just gonna go ahead and trade over here, I think. Let me recount. 7, 8, 12, 13, yeah. We're short of 1. So we'll go ahead and trade over here. We'll buff one of our guys up. I think we'll buff this guy. Doesn't matter, right? And we'll hit everything into the face. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good target to hit. Okay, we won. Nice. I'm not sure what tier Kingsbane Rogue is, but then it has to be better than Zulok, right? I mean the budget Zulok, in terms of the tier list. I'm thinking of keeping the 4 drop here, because we actually have quite a nice curve. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, okay. It's not a bad hand. Ooh. I think this is a Jade Druid. Okay, Spellbreaker. This is gonna be a slight problem, but it's fine. We can deal with that. The reason why I'd rather trade the 2/2 into the Spellbreaker instead of the 1/3 is because we really want the Taunt to protect our 1/5, our Councilman. Looks like he's gonna ramp, so he probably has some form of card draw in his hand. We're gonna go ahead and buff these 2 cards. Spreading Plague, okay. And ooh, he's really going for the ramp here, which means that he probably has Ultimate Infestation in his hand, I have to assume. So what we're gonna do here is we play this, and then we trade trade the Darkshire in. So the reason that I do that is because now I have to choose between these 2 targets, which are both high priority targets when he Ultimate Infest. Is he gonna swipe here? No, he's not. Oh, second spreading plague. That's interesting. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buff the 2-2 with our... Oh, we can't do that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and tap first. See what we get. Flame Imp, that's alright. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill the board because all of his anti-zoo tools such as which is the spreading plague is gone. He used both copies of it. Oh, he's a Jade Druid. It's not a very lucky Jade Druid though. He's only just started summoning his Jades. At first I thought this was some form of big Druid, but I was wrong. I'm gonna taunt this up. Trade this in. Trade this in. And trade this in. Then we're gonna go and hit the face. As long as he doesn't draw the ultimate infestation, we should be fine. Even if he does, he's pretty far behind. So okay, I was actually slightly scared that there was ultimate infestation. I was gonna say that it's not really that impactful, but then it's actually quite impactful now that I think about it. If you were to play ultimate infestation. Whoa, it's kind of surprising. We actually won 3 matches so far. We've never actually tried this deck against a more aggressive deck such as that of a Hunter. So we're gonna go ahead and test it out on Hunter over here. That's probably freezing trap. Yep, okay. He just wants to slow us down. Oh, nice upgrade. Yeah, that's actually going to help us quite a bit in against this aggressive Hunter. Oh, flanking strike. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and buff this card only, even though it's not the most effective usage, but I think we'll like to keep the board clear. Just gonna play this, even though, or would it be too slow? I mean, we have nothing else to play, right? We can't possibly play this card. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play this. Draw a card first. Knife Juggler. I think we'll pair it well with this card, as well as the Forbidden Ritual. So next turn is probably a Knife Juggler into Forbidden Ritual combo. Hopefully he doesn't run explosive traps, and that's a surprise actually. I don't expect him to run Elise, meaning that it's sort of a slower Hunter deck. Or this combo is actually not bad as well. Knife into Defender. Should we clear that? Yeah, I think we do. I still leaves a nice bunch of minions on the board. We're vulnerable to crushing walls though. Ooh, what's that? I guess we'll bone mare our 2-2 instead, in case it's a explosive trap. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. We want to preserve our 2-2 there. Let's test this out. Oh, nope, it's just a freezing trap. It's fine though. Does Hunter have any way to deal 1 damage? Will he run the will he possibly run the let me think here. Yeah, let's just clear that. Unless he has explosive traps or the what's that called? Arcane shot, we're probably fine. So we'll go ahead and kill this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill this. Okay, never mind, we won. Whoa, it's kind of surprising actually. 80% win rate. But then, I mean, our players are not exactly the like playing top tier decks. We met 2 Jade Druids. One of them had really bad luck. One what's that called? Weapon Rogue. And just now we played against a big hunter, summon hunter. I don't know what's that deck called. Basically, he plays like abominable bowman, and probably Katrina Winter Wisp. Oh, it's a terrible hand though. This hand. It's a priest, so do we keep Defile? I don't think so. Let's just throw it away. That's not a bad start. At least we got Fireflies. We'll play this. He'll probably trade and then heal. Oh, nope. Should we try our luck here? Or should we keep it for the Councilman? I think keeping it for the Councilman is a smarter thing to do. So play the Councilman first, I think. Oh, that's not good. So I think we'll have to end up trading the 2-2 into the 2-2. Yep, let's just do that. And now we'll hit this into the face. So next turn we have enough damage to kill the 2-4 with our Forbidden Ritual. Actually, can we play this? Nope. Let's see. Actually, we can. If you play this, it'll become a 2-5. Then we play 2 more Tentacles. It'll become a 4-5. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Plus, he has a nice taunt to protect our Councilman. And plus 4 mana is, well, the Bane of Priests. Okay, we're gonna have play this. Unfortunately, that thing became a 5 attack minion. But we can't help it, right? We can't help it. It's not a bad buff target. Ooh. Oh, Aya. Oh god. Aya actually, when it's played by herself, and you play Aya alone, is actually a pretty good card. Don't underestimate summoning Aya, but even if it's not a Jade deck. So we'll play this first. Yeah. Then we'll play this. Now the question is whether we should trade. I think we should trade one of them in. I mean, we still have the taunt to protect everything else. Blast one of the tentacles and that guy. Hopefully he doesn't have a Dragonfire potion. Oh, or Dust Breaker. Do we win though? Yeah, I think we still win. Whoa, 100% win rate. %100 win rate. Yeah. We proved that this deck works. Sort of. I mean, it got 5 straight wins, which is an achievement by itself, in my opinion. Okay, so guys, that is my old zoo deck. So yeah, it's made up of entirely classic, common and rare cards, as well as basic cards. So it's, I mean, as you have seen just now, it's actually a decent deck at the very least, right? But the thing is, today's opponents are slightly weird. It was 2 Jade Druids as well as Dragon Priest. But I mean, these 3 decks, I don't know what happened to them, but then they didn't. I think they underperformed, if I'm not wrong. Or why did I choose this deck? I think it's out of a force habit. So this is a deck list again. Like I said, it's only made out of basic, common and rare cards. Does it even have basic cards? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's only common and rares. So that's the end of this video, guys. This is my 100% win rate out of 5 matches. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.